Okay, so here we have some past exam paper questions on vectors which are core level. So the first one, we have a vector represented by P, which is equal to 2 and 8, and our Q, which is represented by -1 and 4. So we know 2 is our x value and 8 is our y. So whatever's at the top is our x value and y is the bottom part of the column vector. So the first question, A, asks us to find P minus Q. So that's our column vector of 2 and 8 minus Q, which is our -1 and 4. So we do our x values, which is 2 minus -1. And then we have 8 minus 4. So 2 minus -1 becomes positive, so it becomes 2 plus 1, which gives us 3. And then 8 minus 4 is equal to 4. Remember, these are calculator questions, so if you're unsure and you need that calculator, please use it to double check your answers, make sure you're getting them correct. 1B is asking for 6p, which we know with algebra is the same as 6 times p. So we have our 6, our p, again represented by 2 and 8. So we need to multiply our 6 with 2. So 6 times 2 gives us 12. And then 6 times 8 gives us 48. So our column vector of 6p, which is 6 times by p, is 12 over 48. Okay, so the next part is question 2. So this is asking us again to work out 3 and then our column vector of -4 and 7. So again, this is us multiplying out. So we're doing our 3 times our -4, which should give us -12. And our 3 times 7, which gives us 21. Okay, so number 3 is adding our vectors together. So again, we're going to add our x vectors together, which is 6 plus 8, which gives us 13. And then we have, or should I say 14? Sorry. And then we have our -5 plus our -1, which our plus and a negative makes a negative. So we're doing -5 minus 1, which gives us -6. Okay. So these are all past exam questions from over the last couple of years. So if you're able to do these type of questions easily, then if these type of questions come up in the exam, I'm sure you'd be absolutely fine. So again, previously, it's asking us to work out A minus B. So we know A is our 5 minus 7 minus our B, which is our -2 and 6. So we are again doing 5 minus -2, and then we are doing -7 minus 6. So 5 minus 2 negatives make a positive, so we're doing 5 plus 2, which gives us 7. And -7 minus 6 should give us -13. Okay, so number 5. Point L has coordinates of -3 and 6. And then LM represent our vector is 5 and -2. Again, 5 is our x coordinates and y is our -2. Find the coordinates of point M. So when we look at this, I know on a sort of graph of my x and y, -3 would be sort of -3 plus 6 is going to be somewhere like there. And our vector is telling us the direction in which this point is going, what direction the line would be going. So it's saying it's going across, so x obviously tells me whether it goes left or right. and my y tells me whether it goes up or down. So this is going to the right because obviously it's a positive 5, so it's going to go in a positive direction 5 ways. So it's going to go 5 ways this way, and then it's going down because it's a -2, so it's going to go down by 2. So our sort of line would end up going in this direction, and this would be our point of M. That represents our M. So what we have to do is we do our -3 plus 5, which gives us 2. So that gives us our x value. And then y is equal to our starting point at 6, and we're going down 2, so minusing 2, giving us 4. Okay, again, have a go at the next few. You can pause the video and try these yourselves. Have a little go, because again, as you can see, it's the same types of questions that come up time and time again in exams. So this is 2 multiplied by the column vector -3 and 7. So what's actually happened is we have our column vector, which is going down 3, across to the left 3 and up 7. So it's sort of going in that direction. And this is multiplying it by 2. So this is our sort of column vector of -3 and 7. And now it's multiplying by 2. So it's sort of then adding on the same. And that's why it's a multiplication of it. So that's why we do 2 times our -3, giving us -6. And then our 2 times 7, giving us 14. And then B, which is 8 plus our -5, representing our x. So 8 plus -5, a plus and a negative give us negative. So it's 8 minus 5, which gives me the answer of 3. And then -6 plus 2 will give us the answer of -4. So therefore our column vector is 3 and -4. Another note for you guys is when we're looking at vectors, just make sure, as you can see, our column vectors of x and y, they never have a line over. It's not a fraction, it's a vector. So we do not need to put a sort of thing there to say, because it's not part of a fraction, it's a vector. So you might lose points for doing that, which we don't want to happen. Okay, write down PQ as a column vector. So we're going to miss out question 7 as it seems to have a typo. It doesn't give us any information about the column vectors in order to write that down. So let's go on to number 8. So it says point A, B and C are shown on the grid. Write down the coordinates of point C. So with coordinates, we know x goes first, y goes second. So we're looking for C, which is here, just highlighted. So the first thing we do is we go along our x-axis, and we can see our value is 3 for x. And then we go up our y value, and we should be able to see the answer is 1. So our coordinates are 3, 1 for our point C. B says, on the grid, plot point D. So that ABCD is a parallelogram. A parallelogram looks like this and has both sides that are opposite are parallel, and the same for the other two. So we are going in order of ABCD. So let me just rub that out first. We can see our ABCD. So we go from our A to B first, which will go along there. We have our BC here. So I need my other line. I can see my B to C has gone along 1 and down 2. So my A to D needs to go along 1 and down 2. So it's going to go there, and then my other line will go there. So my point D will be here. Just label that with a D of -2 and 1. It then says for question C, on the grid, plot point E, where EA is -4 and 3. So this is saying E to A. So E to A has to go to the left because we know our -4 represents our x-axis. So it has to go to the left 4 places, and it's going up 3 places. So we have A on our graph, but we do not have E. That's the way we have to find it. So the easiest way for me to work it out would be to go from A to E, so which I know is going in the opposite direction. Okay, so A to E, so instead of going to the left 4, it's going to go to the right, making number 4 positive. And 3, instead of going up 3, it's now going to go, we're going in the opposite direction, which means it's going to go down 3. So we start at A, and we're going to go across 4 to the right, and then we're going to go down 3 to -2. So our new point is going to be at 1 and -2. Make sure we label it with the E so we can see that. All right, so here are some examples of past exam questions that have come up previously. So I hope you found these helpful, and practice them on your own and see how you get on. Good luck.